Hello and welcome back to the On the Slab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night. Why we do this on a Friday night? Because Friday night is horror night. The T-shirt has made another vanishing act and has gone, so I can't show it like I normally do. It shows up every once in a while. It's like a blood moon, shows up and disappears. I'm pretty sure my young lad takes it. But tonight you can see that we're joined by another guest who has one of the coolest T-shirts I've seen for a while. Um, and it's the artwork of an upcoming film or recently released film um, by former guest on the show, Jason Horton, in A Hard Place. But this is a name that you'll see a lot more around the indie scene. She's more so a producer, but sometimes an actor and sometimes a musician and an all round legend. This is Miss Jojo Payne. How are you?
Fabulous. I love that introduction. I'm going to play that over and over.
It rolls off the tongue pretty damn nice.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully. Thank you. It's,
Hey, thanks for taking the time out of your day to come on.
Thank you for having me on. I listen and watch for a little while now. So it's kind of cool to be able to do this.
And here we are.
Yes.
Oh,
So happy.
well, do you know what? The hat is awesome. The background is awesome. I can see a picture of Apex, which is Jason's next project.
We
Um,
just finished it.
yeah. So at the time of recording, I spoke to Jennifer Stone
Hmm.
last week, and she
Yes.
had said that they just wrapped. So Jason needs to do whatever he needs to do, and then I need to see it because
Oh, let,
I
oh,
loved Craven and I loved A Hard Place, so
thank
I
you.
need to see the end of it.
Well, let me tell you something. Apex was almost 3 weeks of filming out in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. Super hot, lots of wildlife, and many challenges. But I enjoyed every second of being there as a production coordinator.
Awesome. Well, before we get into some of the movies, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the business?
I got into the business. I don't know how to say. I say accidentally, but my husband passed away about 3 years ago. I was working a regular job. That job wouldn't give me time off, and I quit my job because they wouldn't give me time off after my husband had passed away.
Like bereavement leave?
Yeah, they wanted to give me 3 days.
Yeah, because that's how well you can heal, isn't it?
Yeah. So I formally quit that job and I took some months off. I didn't do anything. I wasn't in film yet. And I came across it was an auction. It was actually an auction because the proceeds were going to go to charity for a film. And I was like, oh, let me bid on this. And I won. And it was for a comedy that has not been released yet. But I got to go be on the film and be on the set. I made friends with the director, and the rest is history. That director, his name is Dominic Giannetti. He actually is the one who connected me with Jay Horton.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a saying I use on the show, and obviously you've seen some of the show. You know the old Jeff Goldblum one, "Life finds a way."
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I never planned on it. It wasn't something I was like, oh, let me go into film. I thought, oh, this is an auction. This goes to charity. That's great. Let me, just what the heck? And then now it's led into this and it's snowballed into something much bigger.
so you're obviously doing something right that you're going from film to film because you've been busy.
Yes.
So what you say? It was 2 years, 2.5 years, give or take.
I've been doing film about 2 years. It started in November of 2023.
Nice, nice. And we are now at this time. It's what, end of September 2025,
Yes.
and you've got to work with like a who's who of the indie horror scene at the minute.
Yeah, it seems so.
Well, it
I
doesn't seem so. I can
well,
confirm. I'm looking.
I know this is a horror podcast, but I've been lucky enough to do a few films that were not horror as well, and I've gotten to work with others. It does feel very surreal sometimes when I think, oh God, I like on Apex, I got to work with Costas Mandalore and Richard Grieco and
Nice.
Felissa Rose. And I'm like, okay, I've watched, Richard Grieco since I was a teenager. And now
Hasn't
there he was
everyone?
standing in front of me. So weird. And Costas, I've watched him since he came out, and then he's been in all the Saw films. And there he was standing in front of me. And like it was like a dream world. Is this
I
real?
actually, so I
Yeah.
went to my first ever horror con, like first ever con
Mm.
in in the November 2023,
Oh.
and Costas was one of the guests there, right? But
Oh
I got talking to this guy who met him in the hotel bar on the Friday night, and the two of them went out on the piss on Friday and didn't get in till all hours Saturday. And I was like,
yeah.
Joe, when someone tells you that, I was like, he's taking the fucking mick. And he takes out his phone, shows like he has Costa's number saved and like all the text messages between them. I was like, Jesus Christ, small world.
Yeah.
But
And now I
he
have his number saved.
he's a gas man. I was listening to his panel at that show, and he's just hilarious.
He is, and he's a nice man, but he is funny.
Yeah, he's actually doing the first ever Dublin HorrorCon this year.
Oh, good for him. I mean, he does live over there, so in Europe, in Portugal, so he's not that far away.
Yeah, so I'm him and Han about whether to meet him or not.
I think you should.
Eh, well, that all depends on finances, but that's a different story.
Hammond and Han, yeah, he's
So
a good dude.
I heard that. Yeah, no, I know. I see a few people that got his autograph that day. And he spends ages talking to everybody, and I was like, I don't have the patience to wait in line.
I'm lucky I didn't have to do that.
Just I don't want to rub it in or anything, but I don't have to.
you know,
Yeah. But yeah, no,
it's
he seems like a good dude, and that's two big names in terms of
yeah.
movies as well. Because
Hmm.
Saw might only be that tiny little franchise in the horror world
Oh, so
that's
little.
that spanned 10 movies
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
catapulted James Wan into fucking superstardom
right.
and catapulted Tobin Bell into from a role where he was paid to lie there for 2 weeks into a cultural icon. It's funny how life works, really.
It truly is. I agree.
Uh,
I'm thankful and I'm happy and I love doing films. I had no idea I would have loved it so much.
well, I mean, it seems like that dream job probably that most people would like. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be professional sports star or a movie star is probably what most kids would dream of. Do you know what I mean? Because it
Yeah.
seems like easy money, loads of money, superstardom.
But it's none of those things. It's not easy. It's
Yeah,
not
I don't
simple.
doubt it.
It's
Uh,
not, and it's exhausting, physically exhausting. And people don't realize how hard it is. You see the end product, but what goes on before that is years of preparation and filming and
Well, I mean,
oh,
like it all doesn't just get done in one take either. Do you know what I
no,
mean?
no, no.
I don't envy actors, to be honest.
It,
It's
acting is
so
the
big.
easy part. If you're going to be in my opinion, acting is the easiest part. The hardest part is everything behind the camera.
Um, I don't know. I've never done either side. This is about the only camera I get behind, so
No, I've done, I mean, obviously, and I've done both. I've done everything from a production assistant on a set to executive producer, assistant director. And I've done a lot. And in front of the camera as an actress, that's the easy part. The acting part is the easiest part of filmmaking, in my opinion,
well, I
because
mean, nobody could tell you you're wrong if that's what you feel.
no, yeah, I mean, and there's a like Jen Stone. I think she probably may even agree with me because she's done it all. and you learn the script. You get in front of the camera. You recite your lines. You act. You react. Behind it, when you got the writing and the cameras and the lighting and the rigs for special effects and all of that, that's a lot of work.
I, uh, do you know what? I couldn't even tell you. I've never been on a film set. Well,
And
sorry, that's not true. I've been
oh,
to I've been to Ardmore Studios, so that's where they made Wednesday season two,
cool.
parts of Braveheart, Reign of Fire. It's all based in the town that I live in.
Oh, Rain of Fire. I liked
Yeah,
it.
it was good. Yeah, it's probably the best dragon movie. People will
Mm,
say, "Oh no, it's not Dragonheart." Nah, give me Reign of Fire any day.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of dragon movies. I loved that movie. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at it at the time, it was a B movie
Hmm.
that starred Christian Bale, Matthew McConaughey, Jared Butler. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
That's
and it
not a
was
small cast either.
and that was like, but I don't think they were like superstars yet.
No, and Matthew McConaughey was jacked.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Moving on. Um, but yeah, so I've been on set in Ardmore Studios, but nothing was being filmed at the time. But all the place was decked out because they were filming the Tudors.
Okay.
So I've seen what it looks like on set and seen all like the cameras lying around and stuff, but never seen it live. Nice. It's a good change.
I figured why not?
I
I'll take it
mean,
off for
well,
now.
we can go from Ardmore Studios to Deadly Endings. Obviously, another former guest and another former episode where I had I think there was five of them on. With Richard on for Deadly Endings when we done a teaser on that one. Um, I'm looking extremely forward to this.
Me
There's
too.
there's a few indie films that I look forward to for the whole year, and some of them now have been pushed back again. And I'm like, fuck's sake. Now, I've been waiting for Deadly Endings. I think the first time I heard of it, oh, geez, it must have been about a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We filmed it in June of 2024.
Yeah, so it would have been. Yeah, Cheney was telling me that he was going to do it. I think it was that and Bunker Heights that he'd tipped off to do close enough to each other, and he was saying it, or I seen it on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm all in. Anything that man does, I'm all in.
I enjoyed work. I didn't do, I'm not in the film at all. Strictly a producer in this film, but I was there for the filming. So I got to
Nice.
meet and work with everybody.
Where was that filmed?
It was filmed in Connecticut.
Oh,
It was filmed up in
Boston.
Connecticut, which happens to be my home state. And so when I got to go up there and be there for filming, I got to go see my friends and family as well.
Oh, nice. Double
Yeah,
double bonus.
it was like a twofer. I was happy to be able to when I found out it was filming in Connecticut, I thought, well, that's the universe telling me I need to invest in it so I can go up and be there for filming as well as see my friends and family.
I mean, it just works out perfectly, doesn't it?
Yes, it
Hmm.
did. I got to be there I was there for 10 days, I think.
It's nice though, that isn't it? I mean, I was looking at it and listening to Richard and the guys that were on and Sarah, because I don't want to just say guys and Sarah was there. She was the only female, I think, if I remember rightly, for the episode. Um, the way they spoke about the movie, it's going to be an absolute banger.
I think so. I think it's really neat how it's the three different stories um and I think filmed in three different manners and completely different sets of actors for each one too. So,
Yeah, see, I like that about films. Obviously, there's certain films that'll do an anthology in a run, and they'll use the same actors, obviously, because they don't have to
mhm,
hire somebody else. Then,
right.
um, but there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. I think it's me, my personal preference. It kind of annoys me. I just seen that person get eaten by a shark in the last part, and now they're back, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this was I liked that. It was completely different. You don't see a
Yeah,
repeat.
I mean, like, there's a who's who cast in that one as well. Um, Obviously, Felissa Rose, Hannah Fairman, Mark Patton, probably three of the bigger names in it. Felissa Rose is generally just iconic
Yeah,
because
she is.
it's Felissa. Hannah's one that I seen for the first time in VHS.
Yes.
Is it VHS one or one? I think. When she plays the succubus, and I'll never forget the scene when like her face opens up, and I was like, "Oh, you in trouble now?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was fun to work with too.
yeah, she's doing well for herself as well. Like she's been around for a while and just continuing to go from strength to strength. Mark Patton's another one. Obviously Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Um, Not without its haters of a film. Um,
Hmm.
but I watched him in Elsie Holt's Watchdog, and it's the first thing I'd seen him in that he's been in recently, and it was awesome. And then I remembered how much I actually liked him as an actor. And I was
I
like,
like that he's coming back out a little bit, you know.
yeah, I seen recently. I don't think he's doing too well health wise, but
No.
um, shout out to Mark because he's a good guy. We did try and line up an episode, but he wasn't well at the time, so we put it on the shelf for a while. Angel Nicole Bradford, who's just everywhere, and
Oh, she was in Apex too.
yeah, she's in Apex. Yeah, she was in A Hard Place.
And she was one of our SFX people on Apex as well.
Yeah, she's just ridiculous in what that girl can do. Like absolutely
Wait
ridiculous.
until you see her in Deadly Endings.
Interesting.
She's gonna blow you away.
Interesting. I've seen her doing a couple of different roles, being the damsel to being the bad guy. So nothing really surprised me. She's just a talent from start to finish.
She is. She's now an official stunt woman as well.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Um, Now we've got, as I mentioned, tied record holder Cheney Morrow because he's a beast.
Mhm.
Uh, 3-time appearances on the show
I
because
just
once isn't enough.
I like him. I like him very much.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Hmm. He is. He
Um,
was fun to work with.
and supremely talented as well.
When he gets into character and the camera starts going, it's just let him go do his thing. Like,
I don't know whether you've seen. Have you seen Malum?
yes.
Yeah. So I text him. I That came out over here, and I watched it on the day because I wasn't a fan of Last Shift. Um, I just wasn't sold on it. But when I seen Cheney was in this, so I texted him shortly after I watched it. I was like, "That's the most Charles Manson performance you could get from someone that's not playing Charles Manson." Uh, It was
And
awesome.
in this, his character is pretty intense.
Yeah, see, he can do both though. He can do the comedy role because I've seen him do it in a few
Hmm.
films, and mostly in Mutilator 2 recently. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Uh, Fucking love Mutilator 2. Um, but yeah, he's just ridiculous.
He is. He's a big talent. Um,
Yeah.
I enjoy everybody I've worked with. I've had a nice time or pleasant encounters with for the most part. There's
Well,
always, like you
that's a
said,
good thing
there's
though,
always
isn't it?
one or two. I think so. Or maybe I don't know if I'm the exception to the rule overall. And I'm gonna say, as we mentioned earlier, there's a wanker here and there. And yeah, I've come across them, but overall, I've enjoyed working with and meeting everybody that I've been fortunate enough to work with and meet.
Well, this is something that has been said multiple times, and I'm sure obviously you've seen some of the old shows where people, and I've said it, like the horror family community, whether it be actors to actors or directors to directors, it's a lot more close knit than any other film genre.
I agree.
Yeah. And like I do think in part it's to do with horror fans. Like you could make a horror movie and it be ridiculous and people will love it. You could make a
Yes.
horror movie being as serious as hell and love it. Do you know what I mean? You could even do one that's sort of semi mixed and people will love it. There's no right way or wrong way. The only way you get messed up for me in horror is if the movie takes itself too seriously and you have some random stupid bits that happen.
I don't think
That's
I've
where
been
I
in one
get
that did
lost.
that.
No,
Mhm.
but that like for like that mightn't be a problem for some people, but for me, it's I'm kind of gone. So like one of the big ones for me is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
So I love that movie right up until the dinner scene. And when they bring the granddad down and he basically comes back to life and starts drinking her blood, I'm like,
Hmm.
why? I was like, that didn't need to happen. Like, what is that? He was a skeleton in the attic at one stage, and I'm kind of like, why? It's just unnecessary. Do you know that kind of way? And then I'm kind of lost for the rest of it. Then I'm like, no. It's the same with American Werewolf in London. When they bring in like the Nazi werewolves with the guns, I was like, why?
Oh,
I was like, what a ridiculous scene for absolutely no reason.
there's another component, I guess. Sometimes people think it's needed.
Yeah, like each their own. And Carl, one of the guys who set up the show, uh, it's one of his favorite films, and they will argue that it was mostly needed because it's showing his torment and what's going through his mind. I don't get why they did it to be Nazi werewolves with guns, but that's just me. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
And like everybody has what they like and what they don't like. But
yeah,
overall, like you said, the horror community is they are tight knit. I mean, this is just a few of the films, that I've been part of. Clown Motel 3 will be out next month, and I've got to be a part of that as well. And
yeah. Who was on that? Because I know that's where we first connected. I spoke to you about it. Was it
well, Joe
Lavari?
Joe
No,
Kelly directed it. I was
who?
Nicole Vegas is in it. Um,
Who? I can't remember who it
there's a
was.
lot. There's a big cast there. Lee Waddell is in it. Um, he was fun to work with. I love Lee Waddell.
Yeah,
But
I can't remember who it was that well, I remember saying texting you and being like, "Oh yeah, I know such a person that they're in that."
well, I remember us talking a long time ago. We got Robert Lasardo is in it. Um,
I'm trying to go back
Carrie,
to the message.
oh, that was I don't know. I don't even know where my phone is.
That's
Um,
okay. Yeah, I have it here.
but yeah,
Clown
it was
Motel.
Come Motel 3 that but now our premiere is next month for
Oh,
that.
nice. Where's that?
And then that is going to be in Los Angeles. And then Skate to Hell will be out in January. And that premiere is going to be in Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Those are my next two horrors that are going to be that I
Skate
was fortunate to be part of it.
again.
Yeah.
There's another one. Another one that I was talking to. I can't remember who I was talking to about that Skate to Hell.
Skate to Hell was fun to film. That was my first one in Las Vegas that I filmed out there.
Oh, I think I remember. Um, Someone added me on Facebook and they were telling me their daughter's in it.
Oh.
Uh,
Skate to Hell or Clown Motel?
yeah, Skate to Hell.
Because let me tell you something, Clown Motel, kid clowns, very scary.
Kid
Oh,
Clowns, yeah. Well, Kid anything.
oh my
Uh,
God.
Oh
I
yeah, I remember. I remember this one. Yeah, I was actually. There's some cast in this one as well. Oh yeah, my boy Doug Tate's in Skate to Hell, isn't he?
Yes. Yes,
Fucking
yes.
love, fucking love Doug Tate.
That's where I met him. And he was fun.
Yeah.
They told you.
Funny story about him. That con that I said I went to in Manchester, he was a guest
Mhm.
at it as well,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And I had him on the show, right? About 4 weeks previous to it, and I said to him, I says, "Oh look, we're going over and we'll meet you over there and whatever, right?" So we were in the con. I've never been to a con at this stage, never knew what to expect. So I was talking to there was a guy selling hot sauce, Dina the Dead hot sauce, right? It's a big brand over in the UK, homemade hot sauce, and they are unbelievable. Shout out to Dean Sharp. Um, but I was standing there, right, and next thing you know, I get a fucking machete thing in the back, right? And I turned around and I was like, what the fuck? I thought someone kept banging into me just to get out of the way. Like, I turned around and he's there, full costume, going to do the picture ops.
Oh,
I looked and I turned around and I was like, wait, turned around and turned back and he taking his mask up. And yeah, we had great conversation with him and his wife, Isabel.
she's so
Uh,
beautiful, and she has such a good heart.
Oh,
I like,
we had great conversations with her. Even when he wasn't there, we were there talking to her for ages. Yeah,
I enjoy her.
he's a good guy. But yeah, there's some cast and skate to hell.
Yes, there is.
Jesus, I'm just going down through it. Jesus Christ, there's a who's who in this.
Hmm.
Uh, there's you, Jackie.
Yes, Jackie, the
Uh,
producer. I play a producer in a film as a producer.
nice. So the person that I was talking to about this, his
Mhm.
daughter's name is Elizabeth Chamberlain.
Oh, you were talking to Todd then. Todd Chamberlain is her dad.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah,
Yep, Elizabeth was also, that's where I met her, but she was also in Apex.
yes, that's right. He was telling me that. Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's all coming together. I talked to so many people and I'm like, oh, I'm lost now.
Yeah, Todd,
um,
I met Todd on Skate to Hell. He wasn't at Apex, but Elizabeth was, so I got to spend 2 weeks with her.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well jump across to Apex. I don't want to give anything away or
Yeah.
whatnot because I think Jason might actually kill both of us.
Oh, yes, he would kill
Uh,
me.
well, he's more likely to get to you than he is to me.
That I know. You have the big giant horns between us.
Yeah. What was it like on set there?
Well, it was filmed in Louisiana, and I had never been to Louisiana before.
Oh, I'd
And
say it was hot as fuck.
during the day shoots, it was like 97 degrees, humid. We did a lot of overnight shoots. It was there's always challenges, wildlife, all kinds of stuff. They had a
What-
wildlife expert on the set every day.
What's that? Gators and snakes you'd have there, isn't it?
It was mostly snakes. They got rid of a couple, I think it was three that were found, poisonous snakes.
Venomous snakes, not poisonous, venomous.
I'm sorry, venomous. And it's like, got to make sure you wear, if you're going out to the set, make sure you wear your boots, long pants, stuff like that.
The safety precautions are off the
Yes.
chart.
Yes.
Mm. I was talking to someone one day and they were on the set and a bear came on.
Oh
And I
no,
was
we
like,
didn't have it. There was it not actually on the set, but down the road there was like a pack of wild boars.
oh shit. Give me a bear any day. Actually, don't because bears are big.
I have the picture on my phone somewhere of the wild boar. I think there was like five or six of them.
Just standing around, like, just chilling.
Yeah, they were at like the edge, kind of. It was weird, there's like the road and then the woods, and they were outside of the woods and between the woods and the street, like just grazing away.
Nice and peaceful until you walk by them.
Right.
And then it's game on.
Oh, they could be very mean, but no, they didn't bother anybody, but some people, scared.
Yeah, well, I don't blame them.
Right. But
They must have watched Roar back in the day.
I
Or what
mean,
was the
there
other
is
one? Razorback.
oh, there was a long email, sent out before anybody went filming. Hey, there's going to be wildlife. Make sure you're careful. Don't go walking off anywhere alone. All sorts of stuff like that. But overall, there's any set and any job has its own set of challenges. This is the final Mahal film. Michael was involved in it prior to his passing.
Yeah, that was a very shocking and so just quick one, wasn't it?
Yes, it was very
Um,
unexpected.
yeah, so
Sonny was there for the whole thing. So his brother Sonny was there for the entire filming.
I had actually tried to line up a show with him, and when you're kind of working out dates, and then just kind of
Mhm.
business got in the way, and
Yeah.
never quite got there. And then I seen it, and I was like, oh damn. And I was like, oh okay. He seemed like a nice fella.
I never had the pleasure of meeting Michael. I just got to meet Sonny when we were filming. And
Yeah.
I, I mean, if they're brothers, I can't imagine Michael not being a good guy because Sonny was very supportive and he was there for every step of the film, really.
Awesome. Well, it's nice to see the legacy carried on.
Yes.
Um,
And
I think
everybody wanted to do really well because Michael really wanted this to be made. He loved Jay Horton. Jay Horton is who wrote it, and they
yeah,
wanted to do this together. So it was something everybody wanted to try and do to honor Michael in the best way possible.
I get that too. And I seen Jay when he put out a lot of stuff about it, and he made sure he always had Mahal Empire in it and stuff.
Mhm.
So like top job to him for that. Do you know what I mean? Like he could have just easily went, okay, it's done. The poor guy passed away, but he's not like that. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy either.
No, but like Jay loved this story and he really wanted to make, he wanted it to get done too. I mean, he wrote it. It's
Well, this
um,
is what this is the part three of the trilogy, really, isn't it?
yes, it's the apex, if you will. Oh,
All puns intended.
it is sometimes I'm funny.
Well, you did make it into a comedy film.
Yeah, I did. I did. I've
um,
done a little bit of everything, but horror is what I do the most.
yeah, well, I don't blame you. Horror is the king of genres, really.
I loved horror when I was a kid, from Nightmare on Elm Street on, the whole, and Friday the 13th. All the like the original, I guess if you want to call them kind of like the horror slasher flicks, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, um, even even like the B movies like Night of the Living Dead, Evil Dead, The Thing, all that stuff.
Did you just call the thing a B movie?
Yeah, I did. I love
The
personally.
thing,
I think they're better than anything else. So my opinion, I mean, that's my opinion.
the, the thing is the greatest remake of any film in any genre ever.
Doesn't mean it's not a B film. It could still be. I think it's great. That's what I mean. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't agree with it being a B movie now, but
okay.
we can disagree on that one.
It is. It's one of my favorites. But
Yeah, it'll be okay. I get that.
I like I don't know. There's something about movies that are made just to be movies and to be watched. They're not meant to be something fantastical and spectacular. They're entertainment purpose only. And to me, that's what a B movie is. Like somebody, you put everything you have into it. You know it's not, top notch, but you want people to watch it and then you want a cult following. And that's what I feel.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's how I
I
feel about a lot of the stuff I'm involved in. I love it. It makes me so happy. I like practical effects over technological effects. It's a
oh,
lot
it's
more work that goes
practical
into it,
all
you
day,
know?
all day, every day.
And they're
And don't get
so
me
much
wrong.
more fun.
Don't get me wrong. At this point, in terms of certain movies, you kind of need uh maybe you need CGI or whatever because depending on budget, it's gonna be hard to do. Like
Right.
I don't know whether you've seen the ads for the new Anaconda film yet with Jack
No,
Black
I
and Paul
haven't.
Rudd. No, um, I'm not sold on it. I think like people shit on the original one because of the way the snake looked, but that snake was practical
Right.
for the most part. Um, this one looks like it's all CGI, and I'm not
There are
sold
some
on it.
things, yeah, it's just sometimes it's not meant to be, or I don't know, practical
But
effects through and through.
it's got Jack Black and Paul Rudd in it, so I'm sold. And it's a big
And The
giant.
Rock,
No, The Rock's not in it.
I don't know, really? It looks like he popped up here.
Oh no.
Oh, Steve Zahn, he's funny.
Yeah, it's got a good lineup. Um, but I'm
Oh,
not
Tanya
sold.
Newton, I like her too.
Like it's got a solid old cast, but like if you look at the photo, the first photo of it, it doesn't to me, it doesn't look great. Um, but sure,
Oh,
look,
sorry, in this picture, it doesn't even look like the anaconda has teeth.
yeah. So, but snakes being my favorite animal, I'm always gonna watch it. Do you know what I mean? I've watched them all. I'm not gonna not watch this one.
Oh, then you might like a little bit of Apex.
Oh, it's got a snake in it.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Better not say too much.
No, I'm
Jay,
not. It was
Jay,
just I was
Jay's a
excited.
listening.
No, he'll get can well, he'll get mad at me. That's okay. I love him. I would never say anything to give it away, but
So who
it wasn't
dies in
like
the end?
but it's not it doesn't take over the whole film. It's just, you see it. Because I mean, we had snakes on set, and I'm not talking about like brought in snakes, obviously. We had the snake wrangler and the wildlife expert who had to come and take away the venomous snakes.
Would they get paid an awful lot?
Do they get paid? I don't know what they get paid.
Like, are they on set all day, every day, or do you just call
Yes.
them in?
No, we had somebody on set all day, every day
Wow.
for the safety reason because they literally just pop up.
Yeah,
The
absolutely. Like you're in their domain, really.
right. That's their world. This is their home, and we're invading it, but we have to be careful.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you don't want to be bitten by a cottonmouth or a rattlesnake. So
And no, it was I can't remember. There was oh my God, I want to say there was a water moccasin, and I can't remember
yeah,
the other two,
that'd
but they
be
were all
yeah.
venomous though.
Cottonmouth's the same as a water moccasin. It's just a different name for it.
And I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
there were a few that were found.
Nice.
But yeah, all day, every day, wildlife. And it wasn't just for that. I mean, it was a wildlife expert. There was a wild boar involved in case somebody gets bit or anything. He was there to make sure taken care of.
Like that'd be an awesome job, really. Dangerous as hell, but it could be
And,
boring as hell.
his name is John Potash. Potash. He's been in a lot of these films that I've done, but like his main source of income, he's an animal guy. He provides animals for movies.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, he is his I don't know if you want to call it farm, but where he's based out of is in Nevada, I think near Reno.
Oh, nice, nice.
He was in a hard place as well.
Who was he?
God, now you're asking me. I want to say Zeke. Was that his name?
So I'll look it up. Because
Yeah, you're gonna have to because I had to learn everybody for Apex, and that was 100 character. That was 100 cast members. So those are the who's fresh in my brain right now.
what'd you say his name was?
John, uh, Potash.
Okay, let's test your knowledge.
Oh God, I know not much.
I'm gonna be impressed now if it's right.
What? The spelling of his name?
No, what character he played?
Oh, yeah. Please tell me if I'm right. If I'm right, I don't know. I deserve a prize of some kind because that was
Uh,
like 5 or 6 movies ago.
I'm still going here and I can't find that name.
He has but well, he has a lot of films under his belt.
Yeah, I'm still going. Jeez,
Wow, he must.
you forget how big the cast is for this movie, and I only watched
Yeah,
it recently.
yes. He was also I don't know if you've ever talked to anybody about Desert Fiends, but he was in
He what
Desert Fiends.
he he was Zeke.
He was Zeke.
Yeah,
Score.
nice, nice. Desert Fiends, is that the C.
Sean
Williams,
Phillips. Yeah.
Sean Phillips one? I was
Hmm.
just actually talking to him the other day. I was like, I need to see this, and he was like, "Oh, it's on Tubi." And I was like, "That's no good to me because I don't have Tubi. I can't get it here."
I not know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tubi
that's
doesn't work in
interesting.
Ireland.
I have this is not related to any of the horror films, but there's a show that is on. I know it's on Amazon Prime in the UK, so I don't know if you would get it too, but it's called Seance with the Queens. That also has Felissa Rose and Lisa Wilcox, and it's
I'm the world's worst speller here, so I'm going with Queens.
Queens.
Yeah. What did you say? Seance.
Seance, Seance, Seance with the Queens.
Seance with the Queens. Yeah, I see it there.
Mhm. That's the
Yeah.
first project I ever did with Felissa Rose.
I don't know if this is the right one. This
It's a
looks like
series of,
this is about drag queens.
yes, there's drag queens and scream queens, and we actually hold seances.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's like a documentary kind of thing.
It's I want to call it slightly reality. We did an actual documentary film with a similar title, but the show itself is 5 episodes with people with Felissa, with Lisa Wilcox, with some of RuPaul's drag queens, and me.
Wait, okay.
I
It's
was not initially supposed to be a part of it, but there was somebody who did not show up for the seance, and they put me in.
nice. So it's a difference of worlds there, really, isn't it?
A little bit. It's a little bit, but I mean,
I mean,
we're
you've got
making.
Lisa, who went on to be one of the big stars of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm,
You've got Felissa, who's just
mm-hmm.
Felissa and has one
Yes.
of the most iconic horror film moments.
Oh, and
And
Tuesday Night, who was also in Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
yeah,
She's part of it as well.
I think every person that's my age looked at her and went, yeah, yeah.
So it was fun to film. It's just it's something else. It's still in a Halloweeny sort of thing. It's not as scary, but I will just say this. I don't know if you can watch it over there, but if you
I have
can,
it. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime there. Yeah.
okay. Well, if you do watch it and you watch the second episode has a focus on me. It's a reality sort of show. I didn't believe in that kind of stuff. Very skeptical. Um, all of the reactions that I have are 100% real. There is nothing. Um, there,
Episode 2, you said.
yeah, episode 2 and then episode 4. There's 5 episodes, but that one has me as a focus on the second episode.
Scream Queens, Lisa Wilcox, and Tuesday Night join the seance table.
Yes.
27 minutes. Do you know what? I'm going to watch this after I finish this.
It was. Let me just say, this woman, Sarah, who held the seances as the medium. I don't believe in any of this. I wasn't supposed to be part of it, so it wasn't like she could do homework or research on me because I wasn't supposed to be part of it. They just threw me in, and what happened happened, and you gotta watch it.
I'll watch it after and I'll drop you a message and see.
I would like for you to do that because my parents were there. It was filmed live in front of people, and my parents were there, and even my mom was shocked.
Okay. Okay.
But like I said, it's not like super horror, but it is. It's in the realm and in the family. It's
I
the
mean,
first thing.
I've been known to watch stuff that's not horror from time to time. I do
Well,
have two small kids that live here and like to
yeah,
watch cartoons and stuff.
I just like anything with the word seance in it now. Since I did that, I'll watch a lot of films because part of me, I still have a hard time as a rational thinker wrapping my mind around that. But when you experience what I experienced, it's hard not to allow it a little bit in your head.
I would say to you, would you like to indulge or elaborate on that? But I'd like to see the episode first, and then I'll I'll get you to send me a message as to what you
I
think.
would. There is okay. I would like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, people. There's the people who believe in ghosts and who believe other people can channel other stuff, and I didn't. I 100% skeptic, right here. I was. I
Okay.
became a part of it because two of my friends were producing this show, and they needed an investor, and so I invested in it because I believed in them.
I made it to Amazon, so I must be doing well.
It's doing okay. We just started making some money off of it, a little bit, not a lot, but it's so that's but it, and that's the first thing I ever did, and this will show you how long it takes to sometimes get a return on your investment because that was October, November of
24.
2020. We filmed it in 23. It came out last year.
Okay, yeah. It aired April 23rd or March 23rd, 2024.
Hmm.
So it's just over a year and a half old.
Right, and it didn't hit it. It started making more when it started airing on Prime over in Europe, and we didn't even realize it was on over there.
Nice.
Yeah, Adam Barta and Greg Maliff are the names of my partners who produced it. This was their brainchild, and I just became part of it. And I met Lisa Wilcox, who is now one of my close friends. So
Nice.
weird in my life, surreal.
Nice.
I'm
Being
very
a being a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, that's jealous right there.
It's when I filmed in Vegas a couple of times, I got to spend some time with her. We spent a whole day being a tourist in Vegas. We had so much fun.
Did you go to the
She's
Sphere?
We did not go to the Sphere. We did other stuff. She
What
planned the day. I just went along with it.
what kind of tourist doesn't go to the Sphere? Sphere, whatever it's called.
Well, that's the Sphere's only hasn't been around that long, so we did things like oh my God, I drank a lot that week. Um, zip lining. We went up
Oh,
and
the
down.
one is it the zip line that goes down the strip?
Yes.
Nice.
We had a lot of fun. I, I'm
Cool.
I'm thankful and fortunate that I get to call her a friend. And it's still surreal in my mind that, she called me last week. She called me while we were filming Apex. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? And I'm just in my head, I still think this is a dream to
Mm,
me.
yeah, that's awesome. That's actually I reached out to her when we first started getting guests on.
Mhm.
I was boxing big, see what we could get out of it.
And
Um,
she was also in Clown Motel 3.
I see that. Yeah, it's like I've seen Clown Motel 1, I think.
Mhm.
Um, Lavari was in it. He was a former guest on the show.
Yes,
Yeah,
was friends with my producer Adam. It's
yeah,
funny that you
Lavari's
mentioned
cool.
that. It's just funny that you mentioned the one name that my producer Adam knew from that film.
Yeah, I like Lavari. Lavari's a good guy. Mm,
Wow, because
Um,
it's a pretty sizable cast.
yeah, yeah, it's like the whole franchise seem to have stayed like that though.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Mm,
there's 100 clowns or something. It's something crazy. It's a big old number. I did not play a clown. I'm afraid of
Well,
clowns.
well, I've got one nice one sitting here.
I know.
Mm, mm,
Clowns scare the crap out of me. Always have. I don't know
mm.
why.
Maybe you've seen Captain Spaulding too early in life,
I don't know. Clowns have
or
always scared
maybe
me, and
or maybe you ate some of his fried chicken.
no, I don't think I did.
That might have been one of the greatest things I've seen in a long time in horror. And as I said to you off screen, I'm not a huge Rob Zombie fan,
Right.
but that whole opening sequence of House of a Thousand Corpses was just ridiculously good.
And I did. I enjoyed that too. And like you, not a super Rob Zombie fan. Music, yes. Movies, no.
See, I'm not a huge music fan, so
What? Music is
Um,
such an important part of film.
I don't like. Within saying that, I don't go and listen to album after album of singer or songwriter or rapper
Mhm.
or thing. Like I get what it does for film, and
Yeah.
I was only saying this earlier to one of the lads. I said, could you imagine? He was saying about the score. Him and his friend went to see Alien a couple of years ago in what is the Board Gosh here. It's a big theater, but it was
Mhm.
Alien on the big screen, like in the cinema. But they had an orchestra playing the score for it,
Oh,
and I was like, yeah, but could you imagine Alien now with an actual soundtrack of songs? I was like, no, because I couldn't. It'd be awful. Same as Jaws, same as Jurassic Park. Do
well,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I'm not saying I'm not talking like music in general, but I mean it all is music, the score, the sound, the build up, the slow music, the drums, you know, it tells you what to feel in particular scenes.
Absolutely, and it's super important. But music outside of film for me, I'm just like meh.
Oh, yeah, music is a big deal for me too, outside of film, because music makes you feel, you know, if it's something you can really relate to, it can help. It helps
Yeah,
people.
like don't get me wrong. I listen to Johnny Cash. I listen to The Doors. I'm a big
Oh,
Eminem fan.
oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
I have a bit of mix of everything, but yeah,
Sounds like it.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't run to listen to music if I didn't listen to music for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It wouldn't bother me.
Oh, wow.
Mm,
That's interesting.
So
You're an
yeah,
interesting
like
man.
sometimes, sometimes I have an apparent love for movies and not so much for music.
Music
Mm,
came first for me because for years I danced when I was
Fair,
younger and I danced for many years. So music was a big part of my life.
fair. What kind of dance?
Well, starting as a little kid, I did tap, jazz, and ballet. I moved into hip hop a little bit when I was, you know, older and to a teenager, and I just always found that I loved music. There was a short period of time, just to say this for fun, I danced and I loved it, and I wanted to be a backup dancer for Janet Jackson when I grew up. Like I loved music.
Fair enough.
I mean, obviously it didn't happen and I didn't pursue it, but I had that little dream for a short period of time.
I mean, the fact that you had just one singer in mind that you wanted, and it was Janet Jackson,
Yes. Well, because she danced, like she always had such good choreography back, you know, that
and
was
she wasn't even the best dancer in the Jackson family.
no, no, but she still, yeah, I didn't want to be a Michael Jackson dancer. I wanted to be a Janet Jackson dancer.
I respect that. You weren't in it for the glory.
You know, what can I say? Now, I didn't want to dance for Madonna. I wanted to dance for Janet Jackson.
Well, I can understand not wanting to dance for Madonna. Jesus
And
Christ.
and now I get to do movies I loved too. I've always loved movies, and now the universe saw fit to, you know, put me in the direction of film. So here I am. And when I did start writing, I told you about music earlier. I started writing music after my husband passed away. It kind of helped me with going through things. And then I now have like written a couple of songs that are going to be in one of my films. It's my own. It's not a horror, so we won't talk about it. But I have a film in post production that'll be out next year. That's
Well,
like an action
I
film.
go on, go on, throw it out. What is it?
It's we didn't create an IMDb for it yet, but it's called She's a Bee. It think Point Break. If you ever saw Point Break with Patrick Swayze and you know they were the surfers with the bank robbery and they
Yeah,
wore the heads of the
the President's
president.
Mask.
Yes, think Point Break with women and dirt bikes instead of surfers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, well, I hired a stunt crew and a whole bunch of other stuff for this film.
Nice.
It
Well,
yeah, it'll
I
be
mean,
interesting. I wrote
I
music
mean,
for it too. That most of it's going to be done by me.
I can tell you, it won't. Actually, I can't say that because it's one of the only movies that I actually like Patrick Swayze in. I was going to say it can't be as bad as Patrick Swayze trying to act.
No, it'll be entertaining. It's a young cast. It's a young. I wanted a
What's
young, good-looking cast.
what's young?
And I'm sorry.
What's young? Like 20s,
Oh, I would
30s?
say like 20. They're in their 20 to 30s. They're
Okay, yeah.
not super young, but they're young, attractive. And Lisa Wilcox is actually in that film.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
she came
mean,
in. She came
I
and did
I
it.
quite enjoyed Point Break. As I said, I don't think Patrick Swayze was a good actor, and I don't see the love and attraction that everyone has for him, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, yeah, I get Dirty Dancing and whatnot, but I was like, he can't act to save his life. I know he's dead and all, but um,
Your opinion is your opinion, and that's okay. It's just that's the only movie I could think of that had that could kind of mirror this in a way.
I get that. I mean, like, if what you're saying is the way it is quite a good comparison. There's not much really that I can think of, even that's something similar to that.
No,
Um,
it's a female led cast, led by me.
okay.
Yet again, another film I wasn't supposed to be a part of, but the actress who was, and I won't, she who was supposed to play the character that I did pulled out the day before filming, and well, Jojo ended up being in the film because it was 24 hours before filming time, and I knew the script. So
When are we expecting that one?
hopefully, hopefully spring. And I think it'll be a fun thing to watch. It has a heist. It has dirt bikes. It has action. It has good-looking people. It's just one of those films that's supposed to take you out of reality, and you're just supposed to enjoy it for an hour and a half.
Well, I'm intrigued to see it.
And it was written by Dominic Giannetti, the initial director I met that connected me with Jason Horton. So he's part of that.
The one that set you on your road
Yeah, yeah.
to
He's
fame and
Without Dominic, I wouldn't be where I am. That man, Dominic Giannetti, he does not make horror films, but he has been a big part of film life for a long time. He worked in on big films years ago, like The Longest Yard and something about Mary, and always behind the camera. And now he moved on to start to making his own films.
nice, nice. Two good movies you mentioned there. It's probably one of the better remakes. Longest Yard with Adam
Oh, and
Sandler.
Friday Night Lights. I think that was another one he was part of.
So the movie that he made that you done is Fort and 44, is it?
That's the comedy that has not come out yet, and not sure when it will, or if it will.
Oh, that's the one he done, is it?
Dominic wrote it. It was produced by a film company that I don't want to name.
Fair enough. We'll say no more. Um, I figured just when you made some of the movies you mentioned there, Longest Yard is based on American football, Friday Night Lights is based on American football.
Oh,
I
you know
figured that
what?
had to be that one.
It's funny that you say that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. There's another movie, Crossroads, that Dominic wrote that I did. It was a drama,
I was
and
going to say the
that has
Britney Spears movie.
no, it's called Crossroads, and it stars Kevin Sorbo. Actually,
Oh,
I play Kevin Sorbo's wife in that film.
nice,
Yeah, I've had a lot of different things,
nice.
but I keep going back to horror.
As we mentioned, horror is the goat of all goats. Um, right. Well, before we finish up, right, let's
Yes.
go. We'll throw some of the hard hitting questions out. You know that we hear every Friday or Saturday or whenever you watch these. These get
Okay,
thrown out at the end of the show.
let's do it.
Right. Quick fire time. Throw me your top five horror films.
Oh, well, Nightmare on Elm Street is my number one and always will be. I like
Nice.
Friday the 13th. Um, Halloween is, I don't know, Halloween is, and these are the top five, but I don't know necessarily in that order. I know they change order at times for me. I
That's fair.
also,
That's fair.
I go through phases, I guess you can say. I like the Friday the 13th. Um, there's some, I don't know if it would be considered a horror. The Thing, obviously. Um, and I don't know if it's considered horror, but the Grindhouse films by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, Planet Terror
Yeah,
and Death Proof and
yes.
what's the other one?
Well,
Machete.
Machete came out of that. Yeah, Machete.
Yeah.
He played a commercial in between those two, but
Well,
that
sorry, no.
I don't.
Machete didn't come out of that. Machete came from Spy Kids.
Well, he did that, but I remember that. But then he also did you ever watch like the Grindhouse the way it was meant to be? And in between the double feature, there was a commercial for a film called Machete. And
Yeah, yeah,
the movie wasn't made. They had just done that for that, and then there's the film.
yeah. It's gas. I love Robert Rodriguez stuff. Him and Tarantino just seem to nail everything. And I know people shit on Death Proof, the
I
Tarantino one.
loved it.
I really enjoyed Death Proof, and I'll watch pretty much anything with Kurt Russell in it, bar Escape from LA, because it's
Yes,
unwatchable.
I loved Escape from LA. Sorry, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, but I think it's
No.
because it was Kurt Russell, and I just liked him.
Mm. Right. Well, then there's the next one. Right. Throw me your top five John Carpenter films.
Oh goodness,
Now you've got to be careful here.
why?
You know why? You've seen the old episodes. You know why. You know what happens when you give the wrong answer here.
I didn't know there was a wrong answer.
Well, sorry, there's not, but there is. There's only one correct answer,
What? Well, then why are you asking me for a top five?
so that I can critique it and tell you you're
Oh
wrong.
Jesus! It's an opinion. Ah, can you go lay down, please? Sorry, my dog is telling me he needs to go outside.
Pooch.
Yeah, he's a big dog. He's like 80 pounds. Oh, I don't
Here
know.
we go. I've gone for the broken question here.
Yeah, I mean he's such a freaking legend.
It's the greatest horror director of all time.
I mean, I will say to me, Halloween is one of them, obviously,
Okay.
because I love Halloween and the original Halloween. Was The Fog was another one,
Yeah.
and I like The Fog. I did not like the remake of The Fog, by the way.
Oh, I went to see that in the cinema and I was like, ugh. I haven't
It
watched it
was
since.
right,
Uh,
and I don't care if you agree with me or not. I love Christine.
see, I like Christine. I know a lot
Okay,
of people shit on it. Um, is it one of his best films? Probably not, right? But
I so enjoyed it.
is it entertaining? Absolutely.
Yes, and that to me sometimes that is what a film is supposed to be. It's not
See,
supposed to be, award winning. It's supposed to entertain and take you out of your world and, put you into another world. And I feel like it does that. I don't know. I liked it.
one. You've got two
I've
more to
always liked.
throw out, and
I'm not.
then and
Those are
then
my favorite. And then you can. What did you say? Then you could critique me.
uh, well, it'll be critique or I'll
Oh,
agree.
oh, oh,
The
oh,
li-
oh! The other Kurt Russell film.
which
Shit.
one he done four?
Is it a John Carpenter film? Big Trouble Little China?
Yes, it sure is.
That movie is, believe it or not, is on my top 10 favorites just to watch frivolous nonsense movies. I
Fair
love it.
enough. What
I
you've
could
got
I
one.
could watch
You've
that
got
on
one more before
oh, gee. Well,
I
well,
give you the.
I already said the thing though, right? Because that's on my list.
You did, yeah. Well, it was on your list, but you didn't put it in this one, so I take it the thing
Oh, I
was in
didn't.
it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm putting the thing in there.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, is she actually going to forget about the thing in this one?
I thought I said it at first. Okay, no, the thing.
The one that I was waiting to hear was Big Trouble Little China.
I love Big Trouble in Little
Mm.
China.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely of
Huh.
all time. I I said for years and years and years that Heat was my favorite film because of how good it is, and
Did you say Heat?
Heat, yeah,
I love that movie.
Yeah, I used to say that was my favorite film of all time because I loved how it went. I loved the chase scene. I loved the bank robbery. I loved everything about it. But
Yes.
it wasn't until a couple of years ago when I actually sat down and went, which one of these do I watch more? Do I watch Big Trouble in Little China more? Would I watch Heat more? Which one do I enjoy watching more? Do you know what I mean? I can put Big Trouble in Little China on if I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm sober, I'm drunk, I can do whatever, I'll put it on. I can quote it word for word.
I love that film.
Mm. And it was then when it actually dawned on me that that's actually my favorite film.
Huh, okay.
Mm. Like I knew it was always up there, but it's then when I finally realized because I was sitting and watch, I could watch that once a day for the next 10 years and it wouldn't bother me.
Well, there's just something enjoyable about it.
It's amazing. It's got everything. It's horror. It's sci-fi. It helped spawn Mortal Kombat. It's got Kurt Russell. It's got Kim
Yeah,
Cattrall.
he was so hot back then. Still is. Never
Mm,
mind.
fair enough.
And Kim
Um,
Cattrall. She's hot.
see, I was never sold on Kim Cattrall ever. Even in Sex and the City, I wasn't sold on her.
What
But
about um never mind, Mannequin, I was gonna say since we brought up Kim Cattrall.
which?
Mannequin, the TV show. I mean the movie Mannequin back from the 80s that she
Oh, I
was
don't think
in.
I don't. And she people forget how big she was in loads of films.
Yes.
Uh, So she
She
done
was
that.
in, was it Porky's?
I don't
She
know.
played a teacher who orgasmed. It was funny. It was a funny thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, yeah, like I remember her being in. She was in Peter Benchley's Creature. I don't know
Oh
whether you ever seen
yeah.
that. Yeah, that was awesome. Actually, I think I want to go and try and find that to watch sometime soon. It's a shark that walks on land.
Oh, wait, did I pass with Big
Yeah,
Trouble Little
what
China?
once that's in the top five, I don't care.
Oh,
Then
okay.
you're all good.
Score.
So just before we finish up, Cody, Cody Corey, that's how, or Cody Kelly, that's how you do a list. That didn't make your list, and that's what happened. We had a guest on, and we spoke about it for like ages, and she forgot to put it in her list, and
Shame,
it was
shame.
it was game over. It was game over. um,
I
but
watched it last week, actually.
yeah, it's awesome. It's usually one of
It-
the first films of the year I watch. Um, I see. I tend to only watch movies once a year because I try and get through as many as I can.
yeah,
Um,
there's a lot of
like
good ones.
I'm on 264 for the year.
Different films?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So I only tend to watch them once. Jaws I've watched twice this year, because I watched it by myself because you know it's
Hmm.
Jaws, and then my 9 year old wanted to watch it
Oh
for the first time,
boy.
and I hemmed and hawed with it for ages, and I played around with the idea, and I was like, no, probably not just yet. Um, but like my 9 year old has autism and ADHD, so
Oh,
he sit and watch films, but he'll be kind of up walking around, or he'll come back then, and he'll go, and he'll come back, and he'll go, and he'll come back. So I messed around with it, and one night I said, fine, I said, fuck it, right, let's watch it. Right, so I put it
okay.
on. 2 hours and 9 minutes. He sat on that sofa and did not move.
He watched the whole thing?
The whole thing.
And how did he feel after?
So I tried to video record him. You know when the head pops out of the bow?
Hmm.
Not even a flinch. Not even a flinch. Right.
Really?
Uh,
Were you
and then it
proud?
gets. I was, and then it gets to a point just after the USS Indianapolis speech.
Okay.
And he looks at me and he's like, "How many people have died in this film?" And I was like, "6." And he's like, "More people die in Jurassic Park." And I was like, "All right, okay." I said, "It's the same
Good
director,
point.
right?" And he turns around and we're sitting there, and then the shark kills Quint, and I recorded him, and he's sitting with the blanket like this, and he's like, you didn't tell me he was going to get killed. And I was like, why would I tell you he was going to get killed? I was like, that would have ruined the movie for you.
Right.
And he was very, very annoyed with me that I didn't tell him. But yeah, he loved it. So now he's like, I want to watch another horror film. So we watched Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh
And
yeah, Joseph Pelican, who has a small part in Five Nights at Freddy's. He was one of the leads in Escape to Hell.
oh, I couldn't tell you. Other than Matthew Lillard and Josh Hutcherson, I have no idea who else was in that movie. I wasn't sold on it. So I was just like, okay. I says, you wanted
I
to watch it? So I let him watch it.
Let me tell you something. Those animated puppet things creep me out more than anything.
Mm,
Not
I
more than
don't blame you.
clowns.
But see this list?
Yes, I do.
You can't make them out, but that's what we have to watch now between now and Halloween.
Uh,
These are all the horror films that I reckon he can and can't watch.
okay.
So
I think that's so awesome and such a beautiful thing now that you can do that with him.
sometimes I'll get through some of them and he'd be like, no, I'm not watching that. So I'm hemming and hawing about some of them on it. Like I have Predator on it,
That's one of
and
my. I love that film.
I'm like, oh yeah, no, I have Monster Squad on it.
Mm, I'm just
Now
glad.
I've watched Monster Squad with him, and he
Oh,
loved
okay.
it. Um, I've got a couple of the small ones, and then there's Gremlins and stuff.
Gremlins is I think one of the first horror movies I saw. My mother didn't want me to watch it when it came out because and then I watched it at my girlfriend's house. I think I was 9.
Did it have
And
that scene cut out of it?
no, I watched the whole thing. And my
No.
mom, I started having nightmares.
Oh,
Uh, and I told my mother I had to confess that I watched the movie.
so when you watched that at 9 years old, it didn't have that scene cut out, did it not?
Which one?
Where where she's telling him about how she finds her dad in the chimney.
No, it was there.
Yeah. So in
Yes.
Ireland, that scene is cut out when it was on the telly in the 90s. That scene was cut out because
Oh.
of the line that she says in that movie shortly after the end of that speech when she turns around and goes, "That's how I found out that Santa Claus isn't real."
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm
yeah.
hemming and hawing about letting him watch it. So
Because Santa is still real for
yep, yep,
Santa
still
wasn't
there for
real
now.
when I was 9. So
No.
I caught my
Uh,
mom putting out gifts when I woke up the year before.
oh, so I think we're in the last stages of it now.
Hmm.
But he has a younger sister as well, so
I got to keep it alive for her.
yeah. So we'll see what happens. But
Oh,
I think we'll leave it there. Jojo, I'd love to have you back on another day.
I would love to. Absolutely. There's more that I got to talk about. I mean, we haven't talked about this. This is something new that I'm working on.
I haven't even heard of that yet. So I'll
No,
have
you
to do
haven't.
some research.
Right now there's an audio book that I narrate with this story that
Interesting.
was written by a friend of mine, and we're making it a film.
Interesting. Where
Mhm.
can one find said audiobook?
I actually have the links saved here. You can find it on Spotify, and you could find it on YouTube Music. It's as a story, and there's a YouTube channel called, oh God, you think I remember this? The Dark Knights something or other. It's Steve Gray is his name, and
Okay.
he wrote the story. He has a YouTube
I w-
channel that is on it.
I'll definitely have a look at it and I'll have a listen to the audiobook.
Yeah, it's
Um,
actually we call it audio drama because each of the characters is narrated by a different voice actor. So it's not just like a plain old audiobook.
oh,
It's made in almost kind of like in honor of the old radio shows where people used to sit next to the radio and listen to the stories.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's how it's made.
Interesting. Send me the link to it there, and I'll have a listen to it.
Absolutely. I would gladly do that.
And what
And
we'll do is maybe in a couple of weeks, we will reconvene and we'll touch on some more of the movies that are due out.
you'll have to get me new questions at the end.
Oh, I've got plenty, and they don't get any easier. Yep. So,
All right. I would absolutely love to be a part of this again. I've talked to you for quite some time on and off. This has been an honor for me. So thank you.
well, the pleasure was all mine, and thanks for taking the time out of your afternoon to come on. And what I'll
Yeah.
do is I will finish this the way I finish every single Friday night. In the words of the great George A. Romero, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.
All the time.